Oriire Wo. Good tidings to you. I pray that you are feeling awake, aware, and elevated in mind, body, and spirit, wherever you are, and whatever may be happening around you. Ashe, Ashe, Asheo. I am Baba Umar, Oluranse Emese, voice of the MSA, member of the Isoro Traditional Council of Chiefs, Oluwo of the House of Umar, and Babalawo of Ile-Ife, Orisa. This Ile, this spiritual house, our website, and these video lessons are sanctioned by the Isoro Traditional Council of Chiefs in Ile-Ife, Nigeria. Oriire, abundant blessings to our Egbe, our online community of supporters, subscribers, that it continues to grow thanks to you. Thank you for joining us for another lesson in our video blog series. Remember, as a member of our YouTube Egbe, you can support each other's spiritual journey by posting your questions and uplifting comments in the comment section below. You can also email me using the link in the description below if you need to contact me on a more personal matter. If you're new to these video lessons, we invite you to click the links below to become a subscriber and member of our Egbe. Also, click the notification button to stay up to date. And I also ask you to share this resource with your family, friends, associates. You never know who might be the very person that might benefit from this wisdom. Homage to the one who sends, and to those who are sent. Homage to Orisha and Egun. Ashe, Ashe, Asheo. Excuse me. Our topic for this video is Oshe Ifa Ritual, Afoshe Part 3, Oju Odu Part 5, Groupings. Before we jump into the specific topic for today, let me make a few comments. Right now, you have access to all of the information you need to be performing your Oshe Ifa ritual every 4 days. That is on the first day of each week of the 4-day Ifa calendar. I might mention yesterday was Oshe, and today is Awo. So for those of you who are trying to line up your calendar, know that yesterday, the 25th of August, was Oshe. So remember, the 4-day week goes in order: Oshe, Awo, Ogun, Jakuta, and then repeats: Oshe, Awo, Ogun, Jakuta. On every Ojo Oshe, you perform the Oshe Ifa ritual. These last few lessons in the Ifa Iwa Lesson series are to give you a little bit more insight into the characteristics of the sacred Odu. Think about all that you've learned over the past year or so. I've provided you with an abundance of wisdom to put your regular Ifa practice in place. Some of you may have told yourself you did not have the time to study as much as these lessons required you to. And without being judgmental or critical, let's face it, a few of you may just not have been willing to put in the work that is necessary to dive deep into the wisdom and practice of the Ifa spiritual tradition of Orisha and Ancestor worship. But hopefully, most of you have been diligent and persistent in your studies. And as we approach these last few lessons in this online course, you should feel really good about yourself because you've met the challenge and accomplished a great deal. Think about the wisdom that has been freely shared and placed at your fingertips. You've been given access to the general concepts about Ifa Iwa, Ifa practice, understanding Adora, prayer, understanding Isoro, meditation, understanding Afoshe'e, Ifa divination and how to cast your own Obi, understanding Ebo, how to make offerings to your ancestors and the Orisa, how to prepare a sacred space for your spiritual practice, how to salute your sacred space, how to salute the gatekeeper, Eshu, and how to salute your ancestors. You've learned several prayers. You've meditated for 16 minutes on a regular basis for the Oshe Ifa ritual and learned how to download guidance from the spiritual realm. You've learned a great deal about the wisdom of the sacred Odu Ifa, their unique signatures, and how to understand and interpret them. So by now, if you've been serious about wanting to live your life with the support of the Ifa tradition, you should be performing the Oshe Ifa ritual every 4 days. And you should be growing, you should have a growing sense of the relationship, a growing sense of your connection between you and your Orisha, your ancestors, and the Irunmale, the immortals, and the spiritual entities that sustain the divine matrix of creation. In 3 more lessons, you'll have the opportunity to complete this course, and you can return to it for further study repeatedly. It's online, and you've also had the opportunity to download a PDF copy of my video scripts to create a notebook of this material. So if you haven't grown from these lessons, again, not being judgmental or critical, but if you haven't grown from these lessons, it's because you were not willing to do the work necessary to positively transform your own life. And that is something no one can do for you. You are the master of your destiny and the architect of your fate. Study, study, study. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Okay, let's jump into today's lesson. The Oju Odu groupings. So imagine there's a group of 16 friends. They all know each other and interact with each other, but within that group, there are also some special relationships. Some of the members of the larger group have more in common with each other. Say, some of them like to hike, some of them like to bowl, some of them like to play basketball, and some just like to go to the movies and hang out. So although they all have a connection as friends, if you're looking for one of them who, say, is one of the ones who likes to play basketball, the first place that you would go to locate that particular person is the local basketball court where that smaller group likes to hang out. The Oju Odu also have a special relationship, a special smaller group relationship, an affinity within these smaller groups, within the larger group. And what defines them as members of a particular group is where they hang out on the Oponifa, the divining tray. Studying these Oju Odu groupings will assist you in becoming more familiar with the ashe of the various Oju Odu Ifa, as well as the Amulo Odu. So, in the area of Otunopon, the east, which brings the energy of light, positive energy, masculine energy, we find the special affinity group of Ogbe, Irosu, Ogunda, and Otura. Now note, Ogbe is the first, Odu, Irosu or Irosun is the fifth, Ogunda is the ninth, Otura is the 13th. 1, 5, 9, and 13. The difference between them being 4. Okay? That mathematical relationship carries its way all the way through these groupings. Okay? So, going on, in Osi Opon, the west, bringing the energy of water, darkness, femininity, of the feminine energy, and negativity, we find Oyeku, Owonrin, Osa, Irete. 2, 6, 10, and 14. Okay. In the third grouping, Oriopon, representing the energy of the north, heaven, masculine, spirit, positive, Iwori, Obara, Ika, and Oshe, 3, 7, 11, and 15, respectively. And finally, Eseopon, the south, the energy of earth, feminine energy, negative energy. We have Idi, Okanran, Oturapon, and Ofun, hanging out in that Eseopon area, the south area, 4, 8, 12, and 16. And this numerical relationship of progressing by 4 will carry on throughout the entire 256 Odu. So if you take some time to study these relationships and allow yourself to grow in the wisdom and understanding of the sacred Odu Ifa, you will be moving a great deal forward in terms of establishing your own understanding and your own regular Ifa practice. Our next topic for this series will be on fasting. I look forward to sharing that information with you. In the meantime, study, be good to yourself, practice the Oshe Ifa ceremony on a regular basis so that you can establish your own regular Ifa practice. Ashe, Ashe, Asheo. Ki Olodumare Orisha ati egun fifune ni itona imoye ati opo ire. May Olodumare Orisha and Egun bestow on you guidance, wisdom, and abundant blessings. Ifo Kanbale, peace of mind from Olodumare. Ajo Lo, Ajo Bo. We go out together, we return together. Ashe, Ashe, Asheo.